We'll start. We'll start or we have to wait? We'll start, right? So good morning all. We will start today's our IDT session. So today just a summary of what we have seen in our last class on valuation. It is valuation on the not on customs related, valuation on GST. So now we'll continue on that points which were left in the last class. So valuation of supply. So if you see in the right side, value of supply. So what is value of supply? So it is a taxable value. On that value only you will be calculating the GST. So that taxable value, how to calculate? So first whatever the items which are not mentioned, we need to add. So our section is 15, subsection 1. So in the invoice value, that is on the basic price, we need to add if any taxes are there and any duties. Taxes means other than GST, and duties says fees and charges, and supplies made by the recipient on behalf of the supplier. Subsection 2 para B. So it is, you can see the section also A, B, C, D and E. So subsection 2, first one is A is any taxes apart from GST, that is other than GST, any duties, cess, fees and charges. And B is supplies made by the recipient on behalf of supplier. C, any commission and packing charges or incidental expenses. D is interest or late fee or penalty for delayed payment. And subsidy directly linked to the price other than government subsidy. And if less if included in the above, if it is any discount. So if we are giving any discount to our customers, that needs to be deducted from the our gross value. So gross value you will have, less add this items which is not included, less the items like only discount is there, and you will get the transaction value. Transaction value is taxable value of supply. So the taxable value of supply only GST has to be charged. So this is the when you have all those informations are available. So we have seen some examples also in the last class. So let's see related to the TCS also. You can see, refer our study material for the same. How what is the effect of TCS for GST purpose? So in the last class we have not seen the TCS, so we will see how if TCS is applicable. So in the direct tax, you might have seen about the tax collected at source. So it is what? It is a percentage of amount that will be deducted. So I will show you with in this illustration. So you can refer our material also, page number, I'll tell you the page number, you can refer the same. You can open the page number 131. What happened? Okay, so it's okay, no issues. Sir has some appointment something, so he will be taking in next class. So it's okay, you take a 50 out of so okay, fine. I'll start this recording also. Page number 131, you can have a look. So they may ask this types of questions also. So I will share my screen also. So in our material, if you see this material, you will find it is very in a summary form. So you can have a look on this. So this is starting from the basics of valuation of supply. So whatever I was telling for 15 subsection 2, we have 5 paras A, B, C, D, E. So A is for any taxes excluding GST that needs to be added with your transaction price. Transaction price means your basic material price, material cost you can also say. So A is, I am going to the screen also, you can recollect. So my screen is visible, right? So here in our material, if you see, so it shows 15 subsection 2. Subsection 2 means we have these many breakups. So you have to remember what is A, B, C, D and E. So these are the transactions which need to be added in the transaction price, and the 15 subsection 3 is discount. So we have seen almost all those transactions like any taxes, supplies, commission and packaging in the previous class, like subsidy and everything. And now there is additional one more point which is related to TCS. What is the effect we need to give for TCS related? So TCS, I will show with example how the impact, how it needs to be presented. So you can have a look. Motor vehicle worth 20 lakhs is sold by, this illustration is not there, but you need to see how TCS will be, how it will be included or deducted while calculating the transaction value. So motor vehicle worth 20 lakhs is sold by Sundar Private Limited to a customer in retail market, and for which 5 lakh paid in cash and the balance amount by way of check. Find the following. TCS under section 206C is applicable in the given case. First we need to answer whether it is applicable, but you just want to understand how it will be visible in the transaction value. Who is required to collect the TCS, value TCS if any, and value of taxable supply. This is very important to us. Value of taxable supply under section 15 of CGST Act. And what is the invoice price? Assume TCS is 1% and GST is 28%. So slowly you will be studying about this TCS also in your direct tax class. But for this problem, what is that, whether to answer for the TCS is applicable or not? So you can refer sale of motor vehicle if it is exceeding 10 lakhs. So then in that case TCS is applicable. It shall collect a tax from the buyer 1% of the sale consideration. So you can mention TCS is applicable. Our second question is, who is required to collect TCS? So who is required to collect TCS? The seller has to collect TCS at the rate of 1% from purchaser. So if it is, but I'm not sure, TDS, TCS, whether you have come till date or yet to cover the syllabus? Yet to cover. So okay, no problem. So TDS means, suppose if I sell to company XYZ Limited, this is for example purpose. I own a company, I am selling to one of my customer, and the customer while making payment to me based on the transaction and the value contract type. So the TDS amount he will cut. Say for example, my invoice value is 100 rupees. Based on the contract and based on the value, so there is a percentage how much TDS to be deducted. So for 100 means if it is 2% to be deducted, I receive 98 rupees only and he pays to the department 2 rupees. This is for TDS related. TCS means he collects the TCS money, the seller, I collect the TCS from the customer also. So here 206C, the seller has to collect TCS at the rate of 1% from purchaser while selling the specified items or services. This is, you don't want to go in depth, that will be, you will be studying in depth in direct tax, but for GST purpose, how the transaction value to be calculated if you have some TCS related amount. So the seller will be collecting the TCS. So it is what percentage? 1% TCS is there. Our cost of motor vehicle is 20 lakhs. The cost of motor vehicle here is 20 lakhs and the TCS applicable is 1%. So tomorrow when I raise invoice to the customer, I mention the cost of motor vehicle is 20 lakh, add TCS on 20 lakhs, 1% TCS, so it comes to 20,000. So subtotal comes 20 lakh 20,000. So this on 20 lakh 20,000, your GST amount is 28%. So for presentation in the invoice, you will be seeing the TCS of 20,000, but when you calculate GST on 20 lakhs only, GST will be calculated. This is one of the exceptional case when you have study this particular 15A to 15E, this para. So here you have seen here any taxes other than GST, duties, cess and fees and charges. So when you come across these other any taxes, duties, what you will do generally on the transaction value, take that same example 20 lakhs and if any taxes is there 20,000, on 20 lakh 20,000 you will be calculating GST. When you come across TCS, the TCS value will be on 20 lakhs only the GST will be calculated and not on 20 lakh 20,000. So this is the main point you need to understand. If this has been given separately in our material, you can refer in the page number 132. So
hello madam. Hello.
So it's not, if it is in slide mode, no, it takes time.
Ma'am, why this TCS is applicable for the selling?
Huh? Hello, Swapnil, you are speaking something. Can you please ping me? Because not able to hear you properly. Can you please ping me?
Yes.
On chat, please. Because the your voice is not audible, Swapnil. You are speaking something. Can you please ping me on chat?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sharing the question.
Yes, I got your question, Swapnil. Yes, TCS is mandatory, not for all items. In the direct tax you will come across this TCS related. Under section 206, you can see the screenshot. It is from the direct tax material only I have taken this. If every person who being a seller who receives any amount as consideration for sale of motor vehicle, if that value exceeds 10 lakhs, it is under the direct tax, you have to collect TCS from the buyer on the sale consideration. So if your value is 20 lakhs, yes, you need to, it is related to sale of motor vehicle, and you need to collect 1% from the customer. So that same needs to be mentioned in your invoice as well. So this is for some, it is not applicable for all. For some certain products it is applicable, and mainly for when you do for scrap sales also this TCS is applicable. So here in GST, only in this particular case you are finding, once you come across in the direct tax related, so you will be going in depth into what are the items where you need to deduct the TCS and where you need to exclude, that you will go in detail. This I am showing this because tomorrow if any of the questions asked, because previously I was showing this items what needs to be added. You should not add that TCS of 1%. That will then your calculation may go wrong. So TCS means TCS you can collect from the customer, but not for the GST should not be calculated on this TCS amount. So this is one which we have covered here in the mostly on the right side in this. Yes. Is there? It depends upon your nature of sale and the transactions you have. Limit is there. So this is related to motor vehicle, and if it cross above 10 lakhs, it is applicable. So for the like that you will have for few items also. You are not TCS is not applicable. Then you will be raising invoice only with that 220. Yes, yes, yes. Only this 10 lakhs is only for sale of motor vehicles. Yes. So discount, very important other area in this. So in discount also we have seen, like if it is discount is given before or at the time of supply and is recorded in the invoice, then you will be showing our invoice as a net of discount will be the transaction value. And the next one is, if the discount given after supply but agreed before or at the time of supply, even that also can be claimed as a deduction from the transaction value. Third thing, if the discount is given after supply but not known at the time of supply, then you cannot claim as a deduction from the transaction value. So this, till this we have seen in the last class. So you remember this discount part? Okay, so fine. Yes. No, no, not like that. So in accounting means how you are finding? Then if you are agreeing, so see in the second point, if the discount is given after supply has agreed upon before or at the time of supply. So you are saying cash discount, right? So cash discount means whether it is agreed before or at the time of supply. So that means you will be covering in that last one. If the discount is given after supply and not known at the time of supply. So when you are sending the material from your company to the customer, that time you are not aware, you will be giving the discount to your customer. In that case, you will not be able to claim the deduction that is from the transaction value. So I have an example, but it takes a little 5 minutes. So whether you are able to see this example, we will quickly have a look on this example because it covers all the 3 types of discount which we are seeing here. So given at the time of supply and recorded in the invoice. Second one, given after supply but agreed before or at the time of supply. So before or agreed at the time of supply means before I send the material, the movement of goods happens to the customer end. This has been agreed. Or at the time of supply can be specifically linked to the relevant invoices. And if the discount is given after supply not known, you cannot claim as a deduction. So if we can go back to this example which covers all the 3 different types of discounts here. Best Cars Limited sells a car worth 5 lakhs to Sundar Automobiles. Best Cars incurred packing charges 6,000 on the car, provided a discount 1% on the car price. They have agreed to provide further discount 0.5% if Sundar Automobiles makes payment by 31st of the month. And Sundar Automobiles makes the payment 31st using net banking. Find the net GST liability. So this covers all the 3 different discounts here. First one, our value of car is 5 lakhs and it is given directly packing charges. So you have to what packing charges? In our para you need to remember all this A, B, C, D, E. So this commission and packing charges D, so you need to add. So what is the subtotal? 5,06,000. So our invoice will be generated for 5,06,000 and you have 1% discount, and the discount should be on the basic price and not on the including the packing charges. It should be discount should always on the value of the product. So it is on 5 lakhs, 1% discount is 5,000. So now what is our transaction value? 5,01,000. So now we will be paying the GST. We have calculated the GST, so it comes to 45,000. So we will be paying GST 45,000. But if you read the second line, Best Cars Limited agreed to provide further discount 0.5% if Sundar Automobiles makes payment by 31st of the month. So in that scenario, what is our it has been agreed. So that means you can claim that the deduction. Meaning is what you have initially paid 45,000. Now you will get the benefit of 0.5% discount. So you can show as your input tax credit. The 0.5% amount will be benefit to you. So previously what you have paid to the department 45,000, now because of this 0.5% discount additional is there, you can claim that benefit from the GST department. So that what is the there is one more additional also. You can, it is given as in the notes only. The discount was known at the time of supply and can be linked to this specific invoice. The discount amount can be reduced from the transaction value. This will, we can issue a credit note. Now, then previously we were issuing invoice. So now this is your additionally you are giving the benefit to the customer. So it is 0.5 percentage. So 0.5 percentage means it comes to 2500. So on 2500 you have to see the GST percentage. So it comes to 450. On 18% is 450. So how much GST when we calculated? 45,000, and this is CGST, SGST 45. So this was not agreed at the time of transaction.